don't know about you, but I have those days where I wake up and I'm like, whoa, what is going on with my belly? I'm having a little bit of one of those. I'm having a stage, I feel like, not even like a day, a stage. So I'm going to share with you some easy tips. Okay, so first of all, one of the easiest things that you can do, one of the go-tos, and this is something that I have spoken a lot about on my channel, and I'm going to give you an alternative if you really don't like this one, but print, girlfriends, is your best friend. And I'll tell you why. Because print actually disguises a multitude of things. It really does disguise far more than solid colors. And I have found this so to be true, especially recently, because I'm on QVC, and on QVC, I have to wear mostly solid colors. And then I have about 7 cameras all around me from different angles, often right up to my tummy because I'm sharing about a bag. It's like really not the easiest thing. And it comes from all different angles. So I have seen what works and what doesn't, and I've really worked with this in styling. And also one of the challenges is that often like what looks good on camera doesn't always look good in real life, and other way around as well. But these things work. So if I could wear print all the time, I would absolutely wear print all the time because it disguises. So first of all, wearing print is going to help you. Now, you don't have to wear a super busy print. In fact, it's better to have a little bit of like a medium size, kind of not too small print. This kind of thing is really going to do the disguising because you don't see so much, right? Okay, you don't see so much. The second thing is to wear things that have got a little bit of shape to them. So this I'm wearing completely unbelted. I'm going to show you the alternatives in a moment, but this has got some shape. It's not block-like. It's not baggy and bulky, okay? Because that's one of the other things that we as women tend to do. It's just bothering me that I can... Oh, I rather have that. There we go. Okay, so where the camera's sitting. So the thing is, I don't want you to be wearing baggy, bulky things because that's actually going to make your whole body look wider. So sometimes what happens as women is listen, I get it. I get it more now than I've ever gotten it before in my life. Sometimes what happens, especially with our bellies, when we're in protection mode, when we're in like, I want to cover it up, what we tend to do is wear big baggy clothes to try and cover up. And that just does not work. It doesn't work at all. It actually makes it worse. But it doesn't mean that you now have to go and wear super tight and hope for the best either. Because it's not about that either. It's about that in between. So what you want is you want something that has shape. Do you see how this is cut? This has got shaping in the waist and then it flares at the hem. You don't want things that are going to be very block-like because can you see what that does? That actually places more emphasis, and I'm going to stand to the side as well. Look at that. It places more emphasis on the tummy. Whereas when you're wearing it in more of a shape like this, where it has shaping into the waist and then flares at the hem, it gives you balance. It's a lot more flattering. Can you see the difference? So here if I go really like block-like or even narrow to the bottom, can you see how that makes the focus here at my widest point? We don't want that, right? We want to de-emphasize the belly. Now, the other thing that you can do, and girlfriends, brace yourselves. Okay, are you ready for this one? This is very counterintuitive. And I get it as well. Because when I'm in that space of like, oh, I'm feeling so bloated, I'm not feeling great, the last thing I want is things touching my belly, right? It just doesn't feel comfortable. However, let me tell you that one of the best things that you can do, when you are bloated, you're having a bloated day, is to belt your waist. I know, it sounds totally crazy. I get it. I really do get it. But let me explain why. So first of all, what you're not going to do, okay, so let me just say, you're not going to be doing this. Okay? That's not going to do anything for your belly. It's going to emphasize it. It's right on your belly, and it's going to make you look very straight up and down, or just your whole body at that width. You also are not going to do this. That's also not good. Can you see that? I don't have much of a waist, so you really can see this here. Like, it's very, it just is, it's not quite right. Okay, so that's a little too low. What you want is to go high up into your waist, almost above your natural waist. So my natural waist, the little bit of a waist that I do have, is actually here. It's actually here. When I go above the waist, it's so much more flattering, and it actually emphasizes my narrowest point. Plus, these magic belts really do work the magic, because you tie them, and then the ties go down the body, and it draws the eye down the body, and it draws the attention to this rather than this. Okay? Do you see where I'm going? Even if you look to the side, I'm just going to be really transparent. Even if you look to the side, are you seeing much belly? I'm not seeing it. I'm super self-conscious about it at the moment. Okay? Am I doing there? Can you see? So what it does is it totally takes the emphasis to your highest part of your waist and away from your belly, especially if you have got a print on. It works even better. It does work also in a solid. I'm going to show that to you in a second, but this works like a charm. It is one of the best ways that you can do it. Now, I know it's going to feel a little weird, especially in the beginning, but I'd love for you to try it at home and see what I mean. It does allow, it's not touching your belly, so it's not painful, and these belts are not super, you can have them as tight or as loose as you want them, which also really helps. But can you see how it totally transforms my look? So even if I compare it from loose, okay, so this is loose, and it has some shape, still good, all right, still good, but look at what happens when I add the belts. I'm just going to re-emphasize high up into my waist, and I'm tying it. And what's a good idea is to tie it to a side, because the side also takes the eye off center into something more asymmetrical, and then the eye goes down the body. Can you see how it changes that? The thing is, girlfriends, this is what often happens. We are so self-conscious, including myself, about our bellies. So we look down and we see what we're looking at from down here. I'm not going to bring the camera here. I have to get it off the stand and everything. But literally, that's what we're looking at. So we think that's apparent to everybody else, but it isn't. People are looking at you as a whole, and when you give an illusion, when you create attention towards the places, let me say that again. When you draw attention to other places besides your tummy, you actually de-emphasize your tummy. And that's what you want to do. It's like magic. It's like how a magician works. What a magician does is he or she will draw attention over there while they're quickly doing something over here that's going to make it look like a trick. That is the illusion. So you're drawing attention here instead of your belly. Whenever you dress to try and cover it up, it's going to make that the focus. The other thing that you can do with this particular dress, and by the way, all these products are in the products below. You can also go to tracygoldnewyork.com. So this is also a really great way that you can do things. You can actually take this off the shoulder. This also draws attention to somewhere else versus your belly. So let's say, for argument's sake, you lose the belt, but you do the off the shoulder. Do you see how the eye goes to where there's skin? Okay, this is the interesting thing. That's why lengths are sometimes quite tricky, and because it draws attention to skin. In this case, we have this. That draws the eye across the body as opposed to here. okay? Even the way this dress here goes from higher to lower, asymmetrical, towards the eye, down and across the body. So this kind of thing can also detract attention, still make you feel and look pretty sexy and fun, but you're de-emphasizing your tummy. You can still wear the belt. You want to take it to another level, you can still wear the belt, and it will work really well too. It just depends. I'm just giving you various different options. Okay, so I hope this is making sense. So first of all, let's just recap on this look. The print definitely works to disguise because the print shows less than the solid color. However, you do need to wear it in shapely clothing. So you can either wear something that you need something that has shape, okay, not something baggy. It doesn't mean tight, it just means shape. You can draw attention across like this to show some skin that will detract attention. And if you want to take it really to the next level, you can belt it. The belting is going to de-emphasize the tummy, draw the eye down the body, make you look taller, make you look slimmer, and you suddenly are not feeling so bloated because you're not paying attention to it, even when you look at yourself in the mirror. Okay, so even when I do on the sides, you can see that. There's a tiny bit, but let me tell you, nothing in comparison to when you're just trying to cover it up. Okay, so there's another way that you can do it.